Morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It is Tuesday morning and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's been raining all morning. I haven't gone out for my walk yet. It's supposed to stop this afternoon. The sun's supposed to come out, so I'm saving my walk time for that. Yesterday, I got in over 14,000 steps. I was like, woo! So that was really good. We are getting ready to go run some errands. We need to go pick up some fresh eggs and we need to go to the grocery store and all that kind of stuff. We're going to get some breakfast while we're out. We're going to try a little restaurant if they're open. Up here, you never know. But there's a little restaurant that we've gone to before and we haven't been there in a really long time. So we're going to try there for breakfast and I'll let you know what I'm having. This morning I've already had 2 cups of coffee. It was a 2-cup of coffee, sit on the couch kind of morning, watching the rain and sitting under a blanket. I just grabbed a can of Element out of the refrigerator to take with me to run my errands with today. Element is a great tasting electrolyte drink mix, has a science-backed ratio of sodium, magnesium, and potassium. This is the Element Sparkling, comes in a big can. This is the citrus salt, and they have different flavors in the sparkling. They also have slim cans now available at gyms and Target, and they're great tasting. The pineapple is so good. I really love that pineapple salt. And it has a little bit less of the sodium, magnesium, and potassium, but it's a smaller can. So they also come in little powder stick packs, different flavors. There's fruity flavors, there's chocolate flavors. They're really good to mix in water. You can mix the chocolates in hot water. They're very tasty and a great way to replace your electrolytes. Right now, Element has an offer for my viewers. If you go to the link that is right here on the screen at drinkelement.com/low carb revelation, the link will be down below this video at the top of the description in the show notes. You can click on the link, go over to Element's website, make a purchase of anything on Element's website, and Element will send you a free sample pack like this one with your order that has different fruity flavors in it where you can sample the different flavors. You can gift it to a friend or you can carry it in your car or your bag like I do, so that I always have my electrolytes on the go. So we're going to go to town, do some running around. When we get to the restaurant, I'll show you what I'm having for my first meal. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring this video. We are running errands. We just stopped at our little local butcher and bought 20 pounds of ground beef and 8 dozen eggs. And so we're stocked up for a few weeks. But we were just talking about how we like supporting small business in our local area. And we also know that Fred grinds this burger fresh. Like, he is always keeping up with grinding. And in fact, we just bought his last 21 pounds that he had, and he's already getting ready to grind fresh again. You know, he grinds it in small quantities. I was just talking to Ed about how people have told me that this way of eating is too expensive, and they can't do it, they can't afford it. But I was just sharing with him, so one of these 1-pound packages of burger is one meal for us. We split it, whether we're having burgers or tacos or chili or whatever. We usually use a 1-pound pack between the two of us. And this 1-pound pack was $5.79 a pound, okay? And people think nothing about going out and buying a bag of Doritos for $5-6. He said they're $7. I haven't bought Doritos in 4 years.
It's gotta be up there.
Yeah.
Close.
So the same price, think about it. You can get really highly nutritious food, or you can get junk food.
Doritos aren't even real food.
No, I'm just using that as an example too. Like, you know, people they'll buy stuff like that and they don't think twice about it, but when it comes to buying meat or something like that, they'll say, oh, it's so expensive. And I know that groceries are expensive, but if you're not buying all that junk, that extra junk, it's really more economical if you're just buying nutritious food.
So that pound of burger, $6, that's $3 a piece for a meal. Depending on what you make, you know, you might have a little more expense.
Ingredients, right.
Even $5 a meal is, you can't go to any restaurant and eat like that.
No.
No way. Not get the quality either.
No. And so if you think about it, yeah, $5 for the meal. If we're just having burgers or something, of course, there's the extra ingredients that you use. But still, this way of eating can be very economical. And it's just all in how you budget and how you look at it. So, yeah.
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 So we got our burger. We got
What she said.
21 something pounds of burger. And
8 dozen eggs, $150.
yeah, 100, yeah. So we're good. We're gonna go get some breakfast.
$150. You know, that's and how many meals do we think we'll get out of it?
Well, if you 20 pounds of burger or 21 pounds of burger, that's 21 meals. All right.
Plus 8 dozen eggs. We eat 6 eggs a day between us.
Yeah, that's a lot of math. So if you think
So 6 is 16 days worth of eggs.
we're ready to go to a restaurant right now for breakfast after we buy.
Probably drop $40.
Right. Just
two
because
meals.
we like going out to eat once in a while. But when you think about the cost of it and break it down and really think about it, you don't have to always do ribeye steaks,
Right.
T-bone steaks, porterhouse. Those are awesome, but you can do this all on burger and chicken and pork. Just buy the whatever you can afford, and you can do it. It's very doable. So, yeah. All right. We'll check in with you in a little bit.
We had to look. We had to confirm. I was right. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
And it's not even real food.
Okay.
It's crazy.
That's more. That costs more than our burger.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Really crazy. Even the smaller bags here are 2 for $7. And there's nothing in there but air. Half full.
Yep.
So, yep. Okay, this is where we just ate. Mac's Place in West Branch, Michigan. Little tiny place. Good food. I ended up having a Western omelet and cottage cheese, and I felt pleasantly full. I purposely didn't order coffee at the restaurant because I want to get a Timmy Hortons coffee. So we're gonna go get that now, and then we're just gonna head back home. We have to drop off our donations at the thrift store, so it's a day of running errands. We'll be back. I just went and got some Timmy's coffee. I have a medium coffee with 2 cream, and it's got a black coffee. The sun is out. Finally came out, and so 50 degrees. I'm gonna go home and get my walking gear on and go out for a walk. So I'll check in with you then. So it's 11:30 right now. I have an online class that I'm going to take at 1 o'clock. And so I got to be done by then, but I should be able to get 4 miles done before my class. Yesterday when I walked 4 miles, I got over 9,000 steps in. So that's what I need to do right now. It's beautiful out. It's sunny. It's a little chilly. I want to expound a little bit more about what we talked about in the car with the burger and the Doritos. We went into the store, got what we needed, and then I asked Ed if he could think of anything that, he needed. And he said, you know what, let's go look at the Doritos. And I said, okay, but we're not getting any. He's like, I don't want any. I just want to go see what the price is. So we went over there, and yep, he was right. It's almost $7 a bag for the big party size bags. And it's outrageous. Even the Meyer brand nacho chips were $4 a bag. So for what we paid for that 1 pound of beef, what's the best option nutrition wise? And obviously it's the meat, right? It's the whole food sources, right? I have had a lot of people over the past 4 years genuinely tell me that they just can't afford to do this. It's just too much money. If you think about your groceries, what you're buying, what's nutrient dense, what's not, what's just snacking, what's just pleasure foods, and you take those things out of the equation and you add more meat and eggs in, you're not going to notice that much of a difference on your grocery bill. So another thing, a huge thing, a lot of people that I have talked with over this past 4 years that I've been doing this have told me that after eating this way for a certain period of time, they come off their medications. They don't need to pay for prescriptions anymore. They don't have to pay all the co-pays for all the times you got to go back to see the doctor because you need a refill. People have come off of their medications, or the amount that they have to take has decreased, and there is a savings there money-wise. Know that it seems overwhelming in the very beginning when you have to get rid of stuff out of your cabinets that you paid money for, okay? Find somebody that can use it. You can pass stuff along. You don't have to throw it in the trash if you don't feel bad about giving it away to someone. Okay? Know that initial cost of stocking up on whole foods is going to cost you a little bit in the beginning, okay? You can watch the stores. You can hit the sales when they have their sales, or the meat is marked down. I have bought marked down meat a bunch of times, and I just cook it right away. So it's all about prioritizing your health. You don't have to have grass-fed, grass-finished. It's nice when you can do that, but if you can't, get what you can. Pork chops, chicken wings, chicken thighs, chicken legs, they're all very low-priced foods. You just have to do some work in the beginning when you're stocking your freezer, okay? It just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of planning, but it can be done. And again, it's all about prioritizing. Another thing I want to talk about is products. Now, I am an affiliate for some really good companies that have great products. Protein powders, the collagens, the carnivore chips, okay? Those are all great items that you can use as tools, but you don't necessarily have to have those things to be successful at this way of eating. You don't need protein powder, okay? In fact, I would prefer that one would eat real food, real meat, instead of protein powder. Use the protein powder for fun dessert or for a supplement, but don't rely on the protein powders for your main protein source of the day. You don't need all those extra things. They're nice if they fit in your budget and you want to have, like, I like the carnivore chicken breast chip. I like to use them as a chip option, but they are expensive. I'll give you that, they are, but you don't need them. They're not a necessary thing that you need in your pantry. Those are all over and above if they fit into your budget. If you are wanting to get started with this and you think that the cost is overwhelming, go to the store, start looking at the lower cost meats, the chickens, the burger, find meats on sale, and just start buying it. Just start stocking up on it and stop buying all the junk. You will see that it is not a huge difference in your grocery bill. So I'm gonna get my steps in and I'll see you all soon. So we're back from our walk and I have some strawberry protein ice cream. 205 calories for this entire container of ice cream. This is a container of Too Good strawberry yogurt and a scoop of prime vanilla protein powder and nut milk. And it's all blended up a couple of times in my creamy, and it's delicious. So I'm gonna sit here and have this, and the cat's coming to check it out too. So I'll be back at dinner time. All right, it is 4:30. We are getting ready to make dinner. I have a couple of steaks here from Butcher Box. These are strip loin steaks, and I season them with some steak seasoning. Ed's gonna grill these outside on the grill. He's getting ready to light the grill. And I have some bread cheese in the air fryer that I haven't had in a while. We just haven't made it in a while. And I pulled a block out of the freezer. When you freeze the bread cheese from Aldi, when you open the package after you freeze it and you cut it, it crumbles. The best way to prepare it after it's been frozen and thawed out is to just air fry it in one big square. So I have that going right now in the air fryer. If you're not familiar with bread cheese, it is just grilling cheese that they sell at Aldi, and it's a seasonal cheese. They usually sell it during grilling season, and then in the winter months, they stop selling it. So when I go to Aldi during the summer months, I will buy 2 or 3 at a time and throw them in my freezer. And then we've got bread cheese all year long. Since it is cheese and it's a little bit higher in fat, and I've been watching my fat, I just haven't had a lot recently. But we're gonna have some today just because I have a taste for it. I also made some homemade Caesar dressing. This Caesar dressing is amazing. We love it. We haven't had that in a while either. Just had a taste for steak, Caesar salad, and some bread cheese. So I'm gonna show you how I dress my Caesar salad. I take a wooden bowl. This is just a wooden dough bowl. And I put olive oil in here and I sprinkle a little salt in there. The salt gives it a gritty texture. When you take a garlic clove, I peel and crush a garlic clove. Just rub it all inside this bowl. I'm gonna change the camera angle and show you how I dress it. It's delicious. And so we're gonna have that for dinner. I'm not gonna dress the salad until just before the steaks come in, so I'll be right back. As I said earlier, this is a wooden bowl. You need to have a wooden bowl for this, and you don't wanna have a lot of shiny finish in your bowl. You want it to be porous, because when you put the oil in here, I have olive oil and salt, and rub the garlic in there with the oil, the flavor of the garlic infuses into the bowl and it makes the salad just taste so good. So I'm gonna take my crushed garlic and I'm just gonna rub it all around in this bowl. And it's okay if there's like little hunks that come off. That's great. And then I'm gonna take this piece of garlic over to the cutting board and I'm gonna cut it up into tiny pieces and throw it into the salad. All right, I'm gonna take this garlic that I chopped, throw it right in there. You don't have to put the extra garlic in there if you don't like a lot of garlic. You can just toss it after you infuse the bowl with it. I have one head of romaine lettuce here that I chopped up. Romaine lettuce, in my opinion, is the best lettuce for this because it is a sturdy lettuce and it can handle all the weight of the sauce. So I just chop it up and throw it in the bowl and get any of these big pieces and tear them smaller. All right. And then I take my dressing, and the link for this dressing is going to be down below. It's available over on my website. And I'm just going to put a couple of good heaping teaspoons, maybe 3 on this. We're going to be splitting this salad. This is not for one person. And I'm just going to toss this in this bowl with the garlic and the olive oil and get it all coated. Okay. You don't have to add salt to this because there's salt in the bowl and there's salt in the dressing. So I think it's salty enough. You can add fresh pepper, and I do like pepper on my Caesar, so I'm gonna grab some. All right, I got some peppercorns here. I'm just gonna put some of that on there. All right, I have some Parmesan cheese over here that I shredded up just by hand. I, what do you call it? Not shredded it. I just kind of, what do you call it? What do you call it? It's like just thinly sliced. It just went out of my head. Yeah, I shaved it. All right, on my little cheese grater, okay? You know, Caesar salad typically has croutons, but we're not gonna use croutons. I have these little cheese crisps that I get from Aldi. These are the Parmesan. They also have these in cheddar. And I'm just gonna take 4 or 5 of these and just kind of break them up over the salad just to give them a little bit of a crunch so it's like croutons. All right, you can also make these yourself out of Parmesan cheese. You can just lay them in little circles and bake them in the oven or air fry them or whatever you want to do. And look at that. That is lovely. All right, I'll be back. All right, this is my bread cheese. As I said, because it's frozen and thawed out, it crumbles. So if you make it like this, it's not a problem at all. You can still cut it up.
It smells delicious.
It's It's hard to cut though. It's hot.
Careful.
Yeah.
And chop your finger off.
This is garlic.
It smells like it.
All right, so this is dinner. Steak, Caesar, a little bit of bread cheese. Times two. It's gonna be delicious. So we've decided, it's been raining. Earlier it was like a monsoon. It just went through here. Trees were whipping around and all the leaves are almost gone. So we decided that we're gonna do a movie night in the movie theater.
Let's go to the movie.
So this is gonna be it. I'm gonna get a root beer Zevia over crushed ice and go up to the movie theater and just sip on my root beer. And that's gonna be it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you real soon. God bless.